Hello, welcome back to another Ranked Super Auto Pets video by yours truly, Backpack Brain. There is no other true. How did you get to 1622 in the weekly reset era? How many? You've been playing that many games? Have you ever done a sober stream, brother? A sober gameplay session? I mean, listen. You might be good at this weekly, but are you good at weeklies in general? We'll never know because of the reset meta. Please revert it back, Teamwood Games. That being said, it's not really my problem at the minute. I'm just playing, you know? I prefer this as a mode, even if it wasn't, you know, even if it didn't give me elo, this is just a better mode. I think it involves, you know, at least to tickle my competitive brain, which maybe in that case it does require some level of skill in that sense, but okay, I think this is a better idea so that I can clear out any 3-2s which would potentially destroy the cockroach. It's my logic, at least. Hopefully it checks out. Let's let it run. Oh, I'll be a determined ball. The determined balls, you know. When you have conviction that something goes your way, that's exactly what you're looking for. Okay, that didn't work out exactly as I hoped. If I had swapped the order, I would have been fine, but listen. Now, this is pretty much exactly what we're looking for. Forget leveling the cockroach, just run this. How about that? How do I want to order this? That seems appropriate. Do I really want to level the cockroach? I'm going to learn my lesson and I'm going to avoid the animals. I'm going to unfreeze an apple just to, you know, make more clear decisions. I think this should be enough for a win at least. Or a draw. Don't take me to a loss. That's all I ask for in this world. I mean, world's most basic team just dropped. I have absolutely no problem facing you. Clearly you go for a level, clearly I'm going for a level. Give me one. Well, I wouldn't say no. And I would keep a pill frozen. I know I did just roll past a bat and I could have gotten another one, but that's also not how probability works, really, so not necessarily how the deterministic nature of probability would have manifested itself in that environment, so it's maybe some sort of false equivalence to suggest that I should have taken the bat before instead of after. It would have made no difference, although it feels like it would have made a difference because it's right in front of your eyes. One of the things that people are really bad at doing, and I say people knowing full well I'm amongst people, you know, that I'm merely one of many human beings who is vulnerable to the same fantasies and problems that most other humans are. It's just that, you know, I think I'm handling it quite fine these days. That's for certain. This weekly has been kind of interesting. At the beginning, I didn't place much value in the food meta and owl, but I've actually grown to appreciate it. It's unfortunate, but that's also something you just have to cope with in this day and age. I would take a level. I would not sell you because you're going to get pilled, my friend. My dear friend. You're gone in favor of you. Maybe I'll even freeze you. Yes, okay. This is pretty much perfect. And forget you because you're going to get pilled next turn anyway. If you're going to be giving big stats, you may as well give big stats to big units and increase my chances. That being said, I don't know how much my chances will actually increase as a result of that. One can only hope, right? One can only hope. What are people... I guess it's too early to decide what people are actually running with, huh? I don't know, maybe... Well, I don't know, what is Twitch Rivals, by the way? I always see Twitch Rivals... Okay, this squad is, like, cooked for now, but later on, maybe it'll be pretty good. What is Twitch Rivals? Is it? It's because it gets really. Okay, well, I'll probably want to give stats to. If anything, I'm giving stats to these two because they're gonna stick around. Take the pill first. Level here and the stats here. A hippo is exactly what I'm looking for in this world. As is that. I would of course freeze this. I may even find it in me to keep a flamingo around. Flamingo pill is a more expensive salad bowl, so I don't think it's worth it anymore, but now that we have the salad bowl, it's probably a better idea to keep salad bowl in favor of flamingo, but the value isn't in buying it and pilling it. The value is in buying it, using it, and pilling it later. Spread the gold across rounds, you know? Hope I'm not holding up the lobbies, as long as I'm not the last one in. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm thinking of other rogue, whatever it is. I don't know what the term is, because they get mixed up a lot in my brain. I haven't played so many of them to exactly know what they're talking about. But some other like kind of some other like run based games is essentially what I'm thinking of here. Okay, these are very useless to me at the moment. I would freeze you, and I would it's very tempting to just go for full crazy mode. But if I don't have a rabbit, I'm not gonna take the owl. That's my logic. But if I don't have the owl, why would I take the rabbit? In any case, I think we'll go for the level next turn, not this turn. So I will just roll. I mean, that's one way to look at things. Keep freezing salad bowls is the best thing we can be getting. It's not even the worst idea to freeze a rabbit for the purposes of salad bowl synergies. You know, I'll consider it. Especially because most of the things in here... No, actually, you know what? Screw it. No, you know what? Yeah. Let's keep it around. We'll level the silk moth, and then we're probably selling the fish. The sheep, we can take it or leave it because it didn't level early. We've traded favorably. I think we were the worst team, but we got better rolls. Yes, I want you. That's for certain. Level you first. We didn't really have a good choice to make there. It's fine. Okay. What do I want to do? What squad member do I want permanently? I would like to run this. Those are the worst possible places you could have buffed, to be honest with you, but I would of course take a Merlin helmet for the future. Building for the future. Maybe it's even worth it to get a bison and go for a level 3, because we're kind of building towards a level 3, so maybe a bison isn't even the worst idea, replacing the sheep. Yeah. Or replacing the Gargoyle, but some people are actually running the Gargoyle, like keeping it and leveling it to get the high level swords and gun and whatever, right? Ah, come on. See, look, the salad bowl RNG gave us a loss there. If we go on to anything else, I think we might even win that. Yeah, let's get it in, and we're working towards the level 3 this way. Which is pretty good, all things considered. You're not gonna activate yet, but next time we'll also get chocolate, so I can even level the silk moss just directly. And that's a form of scaling, but we also need the monkey. I've been saying it all week, and it will be true until the weekly shifts. We need the monkey. There's nothing that has ever been as true as that. Although, maybe it's not the end of the world if we don't get it immediately, but a lot of people are trying orangutan, not just in this lobby, I'm just talking in general. How did you get that thing such high stats? 15, 19 at level 1? How? How? Lollipop buffs, that's the only way I can see it. You got it, you gave it a bunch of food, and then you lollipopped it to give the attack, and then you buffed it again. Okay, our squad is decidedly weaker, but I think this is like one of the best squads out there, so let's not completely lose our minds, but we have given a melon to a level 1 hippo with no stat buffs, so that's concerning. But what do you want me to do about it? Okay, out of everything that needs a level, you need a level so that you can start getting buffs immediately. And I would phrase you in appreciation of what I'm going to do by replacing the sheep next turn. I think that's exactly what I need. And we can even get a level 2 bison early. Or, no, there's no or. We're getting level 2 bison early. And then we're gonna regret the choice of putting the melon on the hippo, but we didn't have a better option at the time. So what do you want me to do about it? You know? The issue is, of course, Silkmoth is now permanently stuck on our team until the bat gets level 3. But our bat isn't the priority at level 3 because we want to get a bison. We want to, you know, there's a lot of consideration, there's a lot of problems. I don't have that much confidence in this run. But what do you want me to do about it? You know, I have to play on. It's rough. It's rough, brother. Level. Okay, I mean, that's as good a time as any to run a walrus here. Maybe a walrus here. Can't afford anything else. Okay. Forget the sushi. Don't forget the sushi, what am I talking about? And forget the tiger, actually. Yes, do that. I would like that to happen, but I'm gonna go out there and say I think we're in trouble. I think this is Trouble Town. Because I think we're too late on the bison. We're like just about, it's like the, you know those scenes where the airplane guy, pilot, why did I call him an airplane guy? Anyway, where you're trying to pull up right before the, there was a movie I watched, there was a movie or something I watched recently. What did I watch? Oh, it was Attack on Titan, right. The guy pulls up at the last minute and gets the plane, prevents it from crashing. It's that kind of thing. Well, we're at that moment. We're about to touch the ground and crash horribly and burn. But will we make it through? Listen, you're about to find out. Jury says no. Jury's correct. That's why they are high to vote. Or something like that. Listen, there's a -2 on that one. We got a moon hat, but listen. I don't see, this is the thing. I don't even care. At least when I'm on high elo, there's some investment, there's some like stakes to it. I know whether I'm beating good players or not. Here I'm just kind of like chilling. You know, I've got 2 bluebirds like a crazy person. What is this squad? 5 attack frog. Desolate buttocks. That's me right now. It's hot as hell out here in Sydney. And that's the strange thing. It's only getting hotter, you know? Bushfire season might be I think it's already made a comeback, but it might be making a serious comeback because we're not. I think this is actually the first day of summer. And as of recording this, it is December. So, I mean, if you had buffed each other, we wouldn't have been in this situation to begin with. But let's buff you, put you at the back, and pray. be I'd be incredibly grateful if you could just avoid buffing the exact same guy. Because that's not going to give me any benefit. I'm not going to win this round either. I'm screwed, I think, but what do you want me to do about it? You know? At least these guys have enough attack to clear up something, but you're screwed, because you just have an attack for no reason whatsoever. As I said, I mean, to be fair, I put myself in this position, so complaining about it is hypocritical. I will say that much, but... Okay. Level. You know what? It's time. We're running it. And we can level you because we don't even need... Hold on. Freeze that. Roll me here. Put a meat bone on the owl, because it's gonna stick around, I think. We don't even need, like, the rest of the squad. Now, these are both the units I would like to have, but you know what? We're trying something a bit off meta, you might say. You might call it crazy. I'm looking for rabbit now to replace bluebird or sheep. And I'm gonna like it. Stop buffing the frog! Bro, it's a 1 in 3, and it was before less than 1 in 3, and you still ran it. You still ran the gauntlet to buff the frog. It's a 10-4 frog. Yeah, you know what? That's good. Nothing up front because of chance of surviving. I mean, I guess. But the frog can swap its own stats off of itself. Like, these stats are gone. That dead water, you know? Like, dead weight, dead in the water. Combining phrases happens when you speak really fast, you know? Try speaking really fast for extended periods of time. See how you handle the situation. Okay, that's close. I would have been liking the victory in that situation, but what can I really complain about? Let's freeze both of these in hopes of finding a rabbit. We can't find a rabbit. I just realized that. So we have 2 tier 3s. These guys are level 2. They're not gonna give me anything. Let's just buff the hell out of this owl. And you know what? Just run it, to be honest with you. You take what's given and you enjoy it. I mean, these are great stats for this early in the game. Let's, like, ignore the fact that this is really crazy, but... Okay, there we go. Those are permanent stats, because the owl is sticking around. I hope. Please give me a level 2 owl ASAP, by the way. The sheep, it hasn't gotten stats. I have no qualms about replacing the sheep with something. I need a unit to build off of into the future, though. Something that's gonna stick around, because the frog, it's obviously not gonna stick around. I would have liked the jellyfish because it would have been at least gotten pretty big, but... Okay, I don't know what you're cooking there. That's not going to work on anyone. Okay, I need to stop being afraid of taking the owl when I see the owl. But we did get an early one this time, so maybe it's not so obvious in life. Let's freeze you. I'm looking for one thing and one thing only. That's one of the things I'm looking for. That's not. That is. Okay. You're gone, you're in. You will get the stats. You're up front now. Actually, I can even do this and swap these stats when I sell both of these guys, which is going to happen. That's the dream, actually insanely magical. I don't know how that's happened. The bluebird is now obeying my every command. Respectable. We've even gotten one step towards a level 2 owl. Like, this is... everything's turning up. Exactly how I like it. Even if we lost the first 2. Now, the downside of that is if we were on 1 extra life right now, let's say another team gets insanely lucky later on, we have one less bargaining chip with which to play around in the rounds. You use your lives as a resource in this game as well. Every number you see is a resource. Tip number one of gaming in general. You know what I mean? The time, the clock is a resource. Like, you learn this when you play CS, it's the same thing for any other game. Okay. I could, to be honest, sell both of these. And we could get a buffed up raccoon. Let's try it. Let's try this. We'll buy you. I'll even buy an Emperor Tamarin to sell it to something in the future. Let's buy every stat that we see. We'll buff you. We can even put you in this slot here, get the multiple effect, and then keep going. You know, I'm liking what I'm seeing here, to be completely honest. Yeah, keep it that way, it's fine. 15-14 this early is kind of insane. I didn't think you could just run these stats like this quick. I guess that's how people are doing it, right? They're getting the owl early, bluebird buff here and there, a bunch of apples bought alongside the stat buffs, you know. I guess it adds up, and you know, in an early turn you have 15-14. I mean, that's respectable. I'm learning the ways of the people I'm going up against who are like going crazy mode. Yeah, let's sell you, buy you here, put you this way so you gain multiple stats. I could even get an orangutan. Honestly, it's more useful than an Emperor Tamarin, and let's not just keep a Tamarin around for the sake of it. This is what I'm saying. I would buy a salad bowl immediately. And not even think twice. Because it's just free scaling, you know? If I'm gonna be biding my time, just by selling and, you know, keeping the rest of my team pretty stable, I may as well just run some kind of crazy stuff like this, and then we can fit a monkey in this squad as well, you know, because the benefit of this combination is that it actually does counter the drawbacks of not having a fifth member, to be honest with you. Ooh, and then you can run the manta ray now as well. I see. So we can sell a raccoon or an orangutan for a manta ray. We can even sell a rabbit when it becomes kind of pointless to run it, but I don't think it'll be pointless to run it for a while, especially if it levels, to be honest, you know. What are you supposed to say to a level 2 rabbit, you know? No? Of course not. Hey, your squad has not changed. I think you must have gone AFK. It is what it is. Happens to the best of us. We'll buff you for the time being. I mean, a bias, we don't have anything close to level 3 yet, so let's not get crazy with it. A level into a monkey, which is an instant upgrade, is of course what exactly I'm going to do here. I'll buff you, because you're actually fairly useful at this point. Maybe I'll even try spread the buffs. Is it even point to it? Let's just say no. Level 2 rabbit early is great. We start getting chocolate this turn too, so we can really play with a lot of the options available to us. Level things. We want to get a level 2 owl ASAP. Sadly, there's no cat in this pack, otherwise this would be an insane combination, but I'm very impressed, you know, because one of the problems of running out of the owl is that you really limit your scaling options outside of the owl up until you see the monkey. You really just can't get your units buffed up, so you end up losing to this just because the incremental step-by-step process is so powerful, you know? Let's get a bit wacky with it. Just put it like this. Gain a bunch of stats. Combine you here. Combine you there. This is tough. What do I want to level? Honestly, let's just level the monkey, because that's pretty hard to do. An ostrich to replace... You know what? Nah, there's no point in freezing you because you disappear anyway, but... Yeah, an ostrich to replace a raccoon goes kind of crazy. Let's buff the rabbit. Because the rabbit... We're in a good position where all my units are strong enough here. Both of these are strong enough to survive on their own, so let's just buff the rabbit while we can. And get an ostrich to get statted up. I'm liking what the squad is. We're on turn 9. We have such insane stats. Like, it's hard to imagine us losing. Like, when you're at the position where you can just swap your units around to give the monkey buffs to whoever you want, that's when you know you're, like, winning exactly what you want it to be. Alpaca is also not a bad idea, to be honest, but... But I think the alpaca breaks when you run the owl because it buffs the mouse with the experience. So I think what we want to do here is we want to use our resources wisely. We'll do this so that you get the buff this way, and then we sell you. I give you a bit of a head start. I mean, that's kind of the head start what we're looking for. I would freeze a lollipop because your stats are really wonky. But aside from that, you're good to go, you know? Like, this is like a... I feel like I'm activating my, like, chakras and aligning everything. This is, like, perfect. Level 2 ostrich this early using the alpaca synergy because you have this free slot from the owl which allows you to activate further potential without immediately making your team so much worse that you have to kind of be scared about the outcome of the next round when you make a gamble. Like, this is the kind of thing that you can only dream about when you play Super Auto Pets. Okay, let's swap your stats. And let's just keep it running like that. I almost pilled you because that was a food. I mean, now is the time to level you, to be honest. Why not? Until you get to max stats, there's no reason not to just run you up here, to be honest. I can even start buffing the monkey, but there's no point. These guys are too strong. Yeah, one more turn of buffing the ostrich and then we can unfreeze the shop. We're at the point in the game now where we just overpower all other squads. I see the path. I think I've cracked the secret of this weekly. But it's like a very specific path you have to follow. You know what I mean? I don't know if you can run this if you don't get an early owl. Because if you don't get the early owl, your problem is then you end up hemorrhaging lives so early. Okay, well, we need to buy something because I think the chocolate disappears if we sell that, and because these are all frozen, I think that's how the interaction actually plays out. I think we have nothing to buff but you. Let's try it. Okay. Keep buffing you. May as well buff you at this point because everything else is kind of fine. Fortune cookie on you, why not? I would have raised a chocolate. Thank you very much. Level 3 monkeys. Quick little boost. Quick little bonus. Little gift, you know, for me. Should have unfrozen everything. I forgot again, but that's fine. Well, you get to max eventually, or some tier 6 will show up at the end of a random shop. That's not really, you know, we're nitpicking at that point. The fortune cookie here is also kind of pointless, but I had to do something with my goal. At this point, this is kind of suffering from success. We have so much that we're wasting when we don't need to. You know, you can give weakness to this entire squad. It doesn't change the fact that you just can't beat it. Who's the other guy on 4, by the way? Okay, this squad has got the tech. It's got tech. If you run Tiger Walrus, you have a pretty good chance of getting in my head. Level you. It's not what I intended to do. Is there anything in here that I want to pivot towards? Because I think we can actually sell the rabbit now. To be honest. Or is it even worth it to sell the rabbit at this point? Maybe it is. Let's try. Let's try. Now we buff you. You don't get rabbit buff anymore. I could have probably done that in the battle order, but it is what it is. The shop was too confusing for me. Yeah, and then you get to level 2 immediately. I would freeze that. We'll just shift the order around. You get buffed really quick. And you're already level 2. We get peanuts on our guys back here. Like, how can you really defeat the squad? Because at best, I think you can really draw us. Getting you to level 3 is really fantastic. Mushroom is not needed on you if you're level 3. Pancakes are also really not needed. That's also pretty much not needed. Oh, that's how you got the I'm so stupid. The guy you pilled walrus, and that's how I got the peanut perk. But you don't want to pill the walrus in this one, because if your opponent's running a bat, you want to replace the weakness. You don't want to let them replace your weakness. You actually want to play, you know, it's like in chess, some people choose to play black because they know how to respond better than they know how to make the first move, which, you know, no comment on that. It's your choice. You ain't catching me choosing to play black. I'll choose to play white. I'll get that 51% over 49% every time and still lose, but it's about the initiative that counts, right? Okay, I mean, I would roll for the level at this point. That's the only real game changer. You know what? I mean, we're running out of things to freeze, so I may as well freeze what's good. I don't see how we lose. I see how we end up in an endless draw. That I do see. If you can't even beat my first unit, which I just picked up on a whim, I don't see how you're gonna beat like anything else. That much I can tell you. So it's you and me. Between me and you, you're losing, and it's not even close. There's the level 3 that we were looking for. That's an achievement unlocked as well. We'll take it. I mean, I'll put salt on you. That's like not completely useless at the very least. I mean, I can just start buffing like pets as a hobby now instead of, because I don't think the order matters like cosmetically, and the walrus being inefficient at anywhere but slot number 1. That's fine. I mean, you can't defeat me. You don't have any scaling whatsoever. So your team cannot get better than it is right now without it getting worse. And your level 3 opossum has to go. Why do you have it still? I'm asking you these questions. I'm not asking that you answer the questions. Open-ended questions, you know, they don't always require an answer. Closed-ended questions, I don't know, maybe they do. So yes or no. Are you or are you not absolutely insane with this decision making? Okay, we're gonna be in an endless draw. I see how it is. I mean, I'm here all day, you know. Let's see how long this recording can go. I can even forget the owl. I just realized. If I'm feeling crazy, I can just stop. You know what? I am feeling crazy. Let's do it. Let's start just sniping. Let's just start sniping the opponent and absolutely ruining their day. Because that's the only way I can beat them, right? Is if I kill one of their pets before they can get the peanut on it. And then I'll have one remaining pet. If you put it that way, you know what I mean? It's not the option that I envisioned. But the order turned out perfect. If it was the other way around, I would have, I think, lost even, but... Just give me chocolate. Or that. Both of those options are perfectly reasonable to me. Now, Okay, leveling you actually makes sense because we want to get the Link's damage up. These are the only increments of improvement that we can really make at this point. Your opening unit is so weak, I'm going to buff myself with the monkey. Now that we have 5 members of the squad, it makes sense to run Walrus in slot 4, or slot 2, whatever you want to call it, because then you'll give these 3 guaranteed. And I would like you to get the peanut, because you're the weakest unit. It makes sense. There's no melons for you to need 21 attack to shoot through. I wonder if someone just has no clue about Super Auto Pets. They just play this. They're like, what is this guy talking about? What is this jargon? Is this game so complicated? It's not that bad. You'll understand what I'm talking about if you watch. I mean, now that I've got the sniping down, that was the only reason that you couldn't have, you know, been sticking around. So, a level for extra damage. And, you know, I was gonna say Bob's your uncle, but Bob's not your uncle, you know? You haven't seen Bob in years. It's like the Prime Minister, what is his name? What's his name? Harold Holt? Is that the guy's name? Or have I accidentally said some sort of really famous, like, evil person, and I don't actually know. Is that his name? Yes. He disappeared when swimming and his body was never recovered, yes. The Australian Prime Minister. We've got some crazy, wacky politicians, but, you know, it's very boring down here, for the most part. Good, well fought. You did your best, but you couldn't have beat this team. You could only have drawn perpetually, you know, and we're not playing 20 move rule in Super Auto Pets. One of us is gonna give, and it was you. That's fine. And honestly, a well-deserved result, I'll say. You know, I lost the first one, I was a bit rusty or whatever. I didn't come at the bottom two. I was, you know, acceptable result. If I had a little bit more life, I would have probably made it to the top half. I can give you excuses, but the results speak for themselves. I got a first place in the next one, you know I'm good. So, if you'll excuse me, ahem. Thank you for watching the video. I guess that's what you'd call it. If you did enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, etc. Everything helps the algorithm. It's a hot day, but I'll be a little cooler if you give the interactions that I desire. I won't say deserve. That's a subjective belief. And yeah, enjoy.